You can love dudes and not act like a broad, right?
Right, because he really wears dresses.
Hey, man, I get it. You can love dudes, but you ain't a broad. You're a girl. You're a man.
I just want to know who told EJ he was putting that shit on. Dressed to the nines, he said. Now, I give credit where credit is due, but baby, let's be honest. Where's the fashion icon? Before you start trying to compare yourself and throw shade, let's have the credentials to back it up, babe.
Wendy Williams came straight out of retirement just to check EJ Johnson. And wow, she did not come to play. Once again, nobody delivers messy truth like Auntie Wendy. If you missed it, EJ Johnson has been moving real bold, saying he looks better than every woman in the room, and even claiming he likes to compete with straight women for men. That talk had people side-eyeing hard. EJ went from barely being mentioned to getting called out by almost everybody. Gay influencers are roasting him. Women, even supporters, are dragging him too. But EJ did not back down one bit. He said what he said, and he is standing on it in those kitten heels like it is Fashion Week. Now, Auntie Wendy stepped in to remind him who he really is, and let him know nobody has time for all that extra foolishness. So the big question now is this: what exactly is EJ on?
Talk about the Bergen, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this is a 35 centimeter. This is a 35 centimeter, and 35 centimeters are for going to your daytime things, to your fashion show during the day, or to your lunch during the day, or to a breakfast during the day, or running your errands during the day. But anyway, it's during the day. Please don't bring your large format bag on a red carpet at night or during your dinner. You must go home and change and find a smaller format bag. Get into your 25 centimeter purse, or your mini Kelly is also an option. Something tiny. This does not go to dinner. She's not going to dinner.
Everybody already knew EJ was loud and proud, but hearing him talk about women like this hit different. It was a whole scene. First, he made it clear that he feels fully in his feminine energy and says he has embraced that side of himself completely. He also said he will always be who he is, no matter what anybody thinks. Then EJ said his parents, Magic and Cookie, should stop using he, him, gay, and even that family title when talking about him. He explained that he now goes by she and they, and said the person he used to be is gone. At the same time, he also said he is not transitioning and does not want to be connected with the trans community.
Say call me EJ as much as possible.
Okay.
You know, it's like pronouns I don't really like he, but like I've also trained myself not to get upset when other people use it, which I think is very important. Because you're giving your power away when you lose it. You know, you give words too much of personal power. They is fine, whatever. She is cool. Like, I'm really not a stickler about it.
Now everybody can live how they want. No issue there, but people were confused by the mixed signals. You want folks to call you she, but then turn around and clown women in the same breath? That had many people raising eyebrows fast. EJ also said flat out that he does not date gay men or trans men. He claimed he does not attract them and only goes for men with strong masculine energy, or straight men. That statement had social media going wild.
I don't attract gay men, and I'm not attracted to gay men. Like, it's just not a thing.
From where many people are sitting, it looks like EJ does not fully understand the difference between a gay man and a straight man. And that is why so many folks are confused by what he keeps saying. Maybe he got hyped up by people around him. Maybe by Carlos King or somebody else. But EJ boldly said he always looks better than any woman in the room. That statement alone had people talking crazy online.
Especially if I look cuter than any girl does. Like, what's the problem? Like, what's the issue? And that's exactly how I apply it to myself these days in the way that I present, like in my feminine regalia. I've always been a feminine being, and like, that's just like how I best express myself. But I'm like, listen, I'm out all the time, and like, I'm killing a dress and no one else is. Like, the girls in the room are not doing it. Like, they don't look cute. They're not dressed to any nines. So, I love.
Now, nobody would be mad if EJ praised his own fashion sense or gave himself credit for having style. Confidence is one thing, but people started asking why he keeps trying to compete with women instead of just owning his own lane. That is where the backlash really started. Many feel like EJ wants the space, the clothes, the glam, and the public praise tied to femininity, but then still throws shade at women just to prove his own image. That move did not sit right with a lot of people at all. Some fans also said EJ seems to move through life with major privilege, wearing designer labels and living big, while presenting feminine without dealing with many of the social pressures women often face. They pointed out that being part of Magic Johnson's family has opened plenty of doors too. That whole conversation got real loud online fast. Let me add this too. EJ can say whatever he wants, but many people feel he is picking the most glamorous parts of femininity, the fashion, the styling, the attention, while not dealing with the harder realities women often face every day. That is why so many viewers said it came off more like a performance than something grounded in real understanding. And trying to compete with women on top of that had people stunned.
EJ Johnson said he is the baddest in the room. He's better than any other female in the room. Well, yes. If the room is empty. Listen, EJ, I don't understand why the LGBTQ community is always trying to be in competition with women. Women is not in competition with us, especially if you up there trying to be a woman. You in woman's clothes, you in a dress. And that's cool, express yourself how you want to, but why are you trying to bring down the next bit? You better than them. Anybody with two sets of eyes know that's not true. I don't know what land of delusion you reside in, but you best check the mailbox. The brochure said false advertisement. That is not true. That is incorrect. Okay?
A lot of folks were not buying what EJ was trying to sell, but even after the backlash hit hard, he still did not move an inch. He made it clear that he does not care about being part of any community or being accepted by one. He said approval is not something he is chasing at all, but critics say statements like that are easier to make when you come from major privilege and comfort. Many believe that safety net gives him the confidence to speak so boldly, while others do not have that same luxury. People online kept pressing the issue, saying EJ talks like someone who never had to worry about the fallout that regular folks face. When you come from money, fame, and a powerful family name, the rules can look real different. That is why many felt his comments landed extra wrong. Critics also said EJ seems quick to reject community support while still benefiting from spaces built by others. That contradiction had social media sounding off nonstop. Some users said he wants individuality when it helps him, but distance when accountability shows up. Still, EJ stayed firm and did not seem bothered by the noise. He moved like none of the backlash mattered and kept the same energy the whole time. Once Wendy Williams entered the chat, people knew the conversation was about to get messy fast. A lot of people started asking a blunt question. Would many even know EJ's name if he were not tied to Magic Johnson's family? That debate got loud fast. Critics wondered what major accomplishments or standout achievements he is known for on his own, outside of the famous family spotlight. For Wendy, even if EJ does not want to hear what anybody has to say, somebody still had to call out what many see as pure delusion. That is the energy people feel is happening right now, and Wendy was never shy about saying it straight.
Is he sexy?
Yes, he's fine.
He's a loser.
You don't like him, EJ?
Okay.
I met Anthony over the summer when I was vacationing in the south of France. We flirted, made plans to hook up, and yeah, after that, I've noticed that he was talking a lot with Lisa in the corner, and then the man who led me on is now hooking up with my sister. And I'm supposed to be okay with it.
Just because EJ is not on the court competing with men does not mean women should become the next target. That is why so many viewers say this looks like competition with women, plain and simple. People also brought up past moments with his sister, saying he seemed upset after she ended a relationship with a man he reportedly wanted. Now critics say they are seeing that same pattern and same messy behavior play out again in public. That is why Wendy stepping in had people paying attention right away. She has always had a sharp eye for calling out behavior that others try to ignore. In her view, EJ is moving with too much ego and not enough self-awareness, and many people agreed fast. The bigger issue for critics is not fashion, confidence, or how EJ chooses to present himself. It is the constant need to compare himself to women and then speak down on them. That is where the backlash keeps growing stronger. Social media users said, confidence becomes corny when it turns into disrespect. They argued there is nothing wrong with loving your look, but dragging others to lift yourself up is a bad look every time. Now the conversation is bigger than one interview. People are questioning whether EJ will reflect on the criticism or keep doubling down while the internet keeps calling him out non-stop. Wendy has spent years in the entertainment world, so people say she has seen all kinds of relationship dynamics and public image games. She knows some people present one way in public while living very differently in private. In celebrity circles, that kind of double life talk has always been part of the gossip conversation. Many people stay private about their dating lives because they worry about judgment, headlines, or how the public might react. That pressure is real, especially when fame is involved and every move gets watched. As for EJ, critics say he can call the men he dates whatever he wants, but labels do not always tell the full story. What matters most is honesty, respect, and whether everyone involved is being real about who they are and what they want. Some online commenters joked that if EJ really finds one of these so-called straight men, he better hold on tight. Their point was simple: if someone is choosing him, then they were never meant for anybody else in the first place. That whole debate had people talking crazy online. That is exactly why Wendy was not impressed by all the bragging and bold claims. To her, talking loud does not change reality, and saying something with confidence does not automatically make it true. Many viewers felt EJ was more focused on labels and image than on how messy the whole message sounded. They said chasing men described as straight while also putting down women created a contradiction people could not ignore. Others pointed out that real confidence does not need constant comparison. If you know who you are, there is no need to keep announcing that you look better than everyone else in the room. That kind of talk often reads as insecurity dressed up as swagger. Wendy's larger point, according to fans, was that EJ needs to stop treating women like rivals and start minding his own lane. Because when the attention fades, all that is left is how you treated people, and the internet never forgets. Okay, let's be real. A lot of people have noticed a repeated trend where some public figures make comments that put women down while trying to elevate themselves. EJ is being seen by critics as just the latest name added to that conversation, and many folks are tired of it now. People are saying there is nothing empowering about disrespecting women just to make a bold statement or chase attention. That kind of talk is getting called out faster than ever, especially online where audiences are not letting comments slide. Many were also glad to see members of the queer community speaking up and challenging EJ Johnson directly. Supporters said accountability matters, and no group should get a pass for tearing down Black women or any women at all. That is why this backlash felt different to a lot of people. It was not only women speaking out, it was people from all sides saying the same thing: enough is enough. Many commenters said, confidence should never come at the expense of disrespect. You can celebrate yourself, love your style, and live boldly without turning women into punchlines or competition. That message kept getting repeated across social media non-stop. Others pointed out that Black women especially are too often targeted in pop culture conversations, then expected to stay quiet about it. This time, many made it clear they were not letting that slide at all. The response to EJ became bigger than one person. It turned into a wider conversation about ego, accountability, and why tearing others down is never the move. And with Wendy adding her voice to the mix, the whole situation got even louder fast. Whenever people call this kind of behavior out, the response is often the same. They say others are jealous or claim everybody's man wants them. But many viewers feel EJ Johnson is seriously out of touch right now. A lot of people are not buying the idea of competing with natural-born women or turning this into some one-sided contest. Critics also say labels and bold talk do not change reality, and plenty of folks had strong opinions about everything EJ said. That is why this whole situation sparked such a huge reaction online. But what do you think about EJ and everything he had to say? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear it all. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video with somebody who needs to see it. I will catch you in the next one.